What could possibly go wrong if you suddenly came into a ton of money? Well, just about everything. Welcome to the Rich People Club, where we're about to reveal the dark side of getting rich overnight. Most people think wealth solves all their problems, but the truth is, it often creates even bigger ones. Imagine waking up to find your bank account overflowing, only to see it all vanish faster than you can say, millionaire. That's the harsh reality for most people who aren't prepared for what comes next. Here's the shocking fact. More than 70% of lottery winners go broke within a few years. Why? Because they make mistakes that drain their wealth before they even realize it. In this video, we're going to dive into 12 mistakes you'd make if you suddenly got rich. Trust me, this could be the difference between living the high life and losing it all. Stick around, because you won't want to miss how to protect yourself from the dangers of sudden wealth. Telling everyone about it. If you suddenly come into a lot of money, the first instinct is to share the news, right? But that's the quickest way to invite trouble. People love to talk, and once word spreads, you'll have folks lining up with their hands out. Whether it's old friends, distant relatives, or even people you barely know, they'll all want a piece of your newfound wealth. The rich know that secrecy is power. You don't owe anyone the truth about your financial status, and trust me, the quieter you keep it, the better off you'll be. Take a lesson from those who've been in your shoes. Imagine winning the lottery and telling everyone. Suddenly, your inbox is flooded with messages, your phone rings nonstop, and you're stuck fielding requests for money. Wealth doesn't just bring success. It brings pressure. Keep your cards close to your chest until you're ready to make smart decisions. Privacy buys you time to adjust. Another reason to stay quiet? You need a plan before you act. The moment you let the news slip, people start influencing your decisions, offering unsolicited advice, or trying to guilt you into spending. Keep things under wraps, secure your wealth, and avoid being swayed by others' opinions. That's how millionaires protect themselves. Now, you might be wondering when to finally share the news. Don't rush it. Take your time, assess your situation, and only tell those who truly need to know. In fact, when handled well, some people may never even need to know just how much money you have. Stay smart, and you'll keep control over your own future. Not paying off debt first. One of the biggest mistakes new millionaires make is getting caught up in the excitement and forgetting about their existing debts. Imagine having all that money, but still being weighed down by credit card bills, loans, and mortgages. Wealth isn't real freedom until those chains are broken. The first move of any smart millionaire? Pay off every single cent of debt. You can't build true wealth if you're still paying interest on yesterday's mistakes. Think about it like this. Having money doesn't mean you're rich if you're still owing someone. It's like filling up a bucket with holes in it. Sure, it looks full now, but it's leaking everywhere. You want to seal those holes first so your wealth stays intact. If you've got a pile of money, use it wisely. Start by wiping out those debts that are draining your financial health. Now, this doesn't mean you go wild paying everything off and leaving yourself dry. Be strategic. Prioritize the high-interest debts first, like credit cards and personal loans. Get those out of the way before focusing on long-term loans like mortgages. The less interest you're paying out, the more wealth you keep in your pocket. This step is crucial to building a life of financial freedom. Once you're debt-free, that's when the fun can begin. But don't get ahead of yourself just yet. There's a smart way to go about this. You've freed yourself from debt, but now you need to keep the momentum going. On to the next mistake you want to avoid: quitting your job too soon. Quitting your job right away. It's tempting, isn't it? You've just come into a pile of money, and the thought of marching into your boss's office to quit is exhilarating. But here's the truth. Quitting your job right away is one of the quickest paths to disaster. It might feel powerful in the moment, but the structure, routine, and sense of purpose that your job gives you is priceless. Even millionaires need something to keep them grounded, and work provides that balance. Without the daily grind, you could find yourself drifting aimlessly, spending money on things you don't need, and slowly chipping away at your wealth. Plus, when you stop working, your connection to how money is earned fades. Sure, you're rich now, but that money needs to last. Think about how quickly retired athletes and lottery winners lose their fortune when they stop working. Staying in your job, even temporarily, keeps you connected to the hustle. Here's a practical approach. Take a deep breath and don't make any rash decisions. Instead of quitting, think about shifting how you work. You now have the power to create boundaries, to work on your terms. Maybe you'll transition to part-time or take a sabbatical while you figure out your next move. This allows you to ease into your new life of wealth without throwing away the safety net of a job. If you're enjoying the content so far, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you don't miss any advices on managing your money. Now that you're sticking with your job for a bit, you'll have time to think carefully about how you spend your money. After all, quitting too soon could lead to impulsive spending. Let's explore that next. Spending impulsively without a plan. Suddenly having a ton of money can make you feel like the world is at your feet, and it's easy to get caught up in the excitement of spending. But here's the thing, impulsive spending is a surefire way to watch your wealth evaporate. Just because you're rich today doesn't mean the money will last forever. Millionaires who stay rich are the ones who make every dollar work for them, not the ones who throw cash at every shiny object. Think about it like this. Sure, you could buy that dream car or book that luxury vacation right away, but what's the cost? Without a clear plan, these purchases could leave you scrambling for financial security later. Smart millionaires don't let their emotions control their wallets. They think long-term. For example, instead of splurging on a mansion, why not invest in real estate that generates passive income? That way, your money grows while you live comfortably. The key is to create a spending plan before the urge hits. Start by writing down your financial goals, both short-term and long-term. Do you want to travel? Save for retirement? Build a legacy for your family? Knowing what you want helps you make smart choices with your wealth. For instance, if you love cars, consider leasing instead of buying outright. It's a smaller hit to your wealth, and you can still enjoy the luxury without draining your accounts. Now, you might be thinking, I've got money, I'll just spend more when I need it. But without the right financial education, that money will be gone before you know it. Let's dive into the next mistake. Failing to educate yourself on how to manage wealth. Failing to educate yourself on managing wealth. It's easy to think that once you have money, managing it is simple. But wealth is a skill, and without proper financial education, it's all too easy to lose it. Just because you've got money in the bank doesn't mean you know how to grow it. The most successful millionaires invest in learning how money works. They don't just sit back and hope for the best. This is where financial literacy becomes your most powerful tool. You wouldn't drive a car without knowing the rules of the road, right? The same goes for money. Without understanding investments, taxes, and budgeting, you're navigating blind. Start small by reading key books like Rich Dad, Poor Dad by Robert Kiyosaki or The Millionaire Next Door by Thomas Stanley. These books break down the habits and strategies of wealthy people in a way that's easy to apply to your own life. Education is an ongoing process. Don't just assume you'll figure it out as you go. Take courses, hire a financial coach, or subscribe to money management apps that help you track your wealth. You've got the money, now you need the knowledge to protect it. A solid understanding of personal finance will ensure that your wealth continues to grow over time. As you build your knowledge, you'll see that not all financial advisors are created equal. Let's talk about why switching financial advisors can be a big mistake. Switching financial advisors. When you suddenly find yourself rich, the temptation to upgrade everything in your life is strong, including your financial advisor. But here's the truth. If the person who helped manage the wealth you've inherited was good enough to grow it, they're probably good enough to help you now. Switching advisors in a rush can be a costly mistake, leading to poor guidance and even financial loss. Loyalty to a trusted expert can be one of your strongest assets. Think about it. Your current financial advisor likely knows your financial situation inside and out. They understand the history of your wealth and have guided its growth over the years. Why would you ditch that kind of expertise for someone new who might not have your best interests at heart? The reality is, financial advisors with a proven track record are invaluable, and changing without good reason could mean putting your money in the wrong hands. Of course, there are situations where you might need to make a change. But if you're considering it, be thorough. Vet potential advisors carefully, asking for their history, client referrals, and track record with managing large sums. Avoid being dazzled by promises of huge returns or quick fixes. The rich don't gamble with their future. They make calculated decisions based on solid advice. Once your financial advisor is set, you might start thinking about splurging on a luxurious new home or car. But before you do, let's discuss why that can lead to trouble. Buying expensive homes or cars. When the money rolls in, it's natural to want to reward yourself with the finer things in life. Maybe a sprawling mansion or that dream car you've always had your eye on. But here's the catch: buying expensive homes or cars right away is a quick way to drain your newfound wealth. Sure, it feels luxurious, but these purchases come with long-term costs that can chip away at your fortune faster than you think. Let's break it down. That mansion might seem like the ultimate status symbol, but you're not just paying for the house itself. Property taxes, maintenance, repairs, and utilities will pile up. Before you know it, the house that was supposed to make you feel rich is costing you a fortune to maintain. The same goes for that high-end car. Depreciation, insurance, and upkeep turn it into a money pit, draining your wealth while it sits in the driveway. A smarter move? Take a step back and evaluate your true needs. Instead of buying a home in a rich neighborhood, consider a property that fits your lifestyle without overwhelming your budget. Opt for a car that's reliable but not overly flashy. You can still live in comfort without letting these purchases eat into your financial future. The rich know that wealth isn't just about owning things. It's about making sure those things don't own you. And speaking of things that can drain your fortune, let's talk about a common pitfall: investing in friends' or family's ventures. Investing in friends' or family's ventures. One of the most common traps people fall into after coming into wealth is feeling obligated to invest in friends' or family's business ventures. It's easy to understand why. People close to you might come with grand ideas, convincing you that your money could help turn their dreams into reality. But here's the hard truth: most of these ventures fail, and your money goes with them. Just because you love someone doesn't mean their business idea will succeed. Think about it. How many stories have you heard of friendships or family ties being ruined over money? The emotional pull to help is strong, but wealth is fragile, and you can't afford to throw it away on ideas that aren't fully thought out. It's not your job to bankroll someone's dream. In fact, the best gift you can give to loved ones is honest advice about financial planning, not a checkbook. Offer them guidance, but keep your investments separate. The worst part? When the business fails. And most do. Your relationship might take a hit too. You'll find that money and emotions don't mix well. The wealthy know that maintaining boundaries is critical. If you do choose to invest in someone's business, treat it like any other professional venture. Make sure there are contracts, clear expectations, and a solid exit plan. With that in mind, let's explore another mistake that has ruined many lives: cheating on your partner after getting rich. Cheating on your partner. It's an unfortunate truth that sudden wealth can bring temptations that didn't exist before. Newfound status and money can attract attention from people with less than pure intentions, and if you're not careful, it could lead you down a path that destroys everything good in your life. Cheating on your partner is a mistake that goes beyond financial ruin. It can rip apart the family and stability you've built over the years. It's a high price to pay for a fleeting moment of indulgence. When you come into money, people are drawn to it like moths to a flame. You may find yourself surrounded by individuals who seem to want you, but in reality, they want what your wealth represents. Staying grounded and loyal to the people who were there before the money is crucial. The wealthy who maintain their riches understand the importance of strong personal relationships, which form the backbone of a successful and balanced life. Here's the thing: wealth should enhance your life, not complicate it. Protect your relationship from the pitfalls of money by focusing on shared goals, building trust, and enjoying the success together. Wealth is best enjoyed when it strengthens your bond with the people you love, not when it tears it apart. Now that you've protected your relationship, it's time to think about protecting something even more valuable: your health. Let's move on. Ignoring your health. With all that money, it's easy to get caught up in the lifestyle. Fancy dinners, lavish parties, and the constant thrill of having the world at your feet. But none of that matters if your health takes a back seat. Ignoring your physical and mental well-being is one of the costliest mistakes you can make after becoming wealthy. Money might buy luxury, but it can't buy back years of poor health. The rich who stay rich know that health is the true form of wealth. Start by making your health a priority. Invest in regular medical checkups, hire a personal trainer, and consult with nutritionists who can design a plan tailored to your needs. Wealth gives you the opportunity to access the best resources, so use it wisely. Your body is your most valuable asset, and the longer you take care of it, the longer you'll be able to enjoy the fruits of your success. But health isn't just physical. It's mental too. The pressure of managing large sums of money and the social shifts that come with wealth can be overwhelming. Find ways to protect your mental health by setting boundaries, seeking therapy if needed, and giving yourself the space to breathe. A balanced life is the ultimate luxury. Speaking of balance, let's talk about a common financial mistake: spending the principal, not the interest. Spending the principal, not the interest. One of the golden rules of wealth management is simple: don't touch the principal. The key to maintaining your wealth is to spend only the interest that your money generates. If you start dipping into the core sum, you're setting yourself up for financial disaster. Many people make the mistake of thinking that their fortune will last forever, but if you're not careful, that nest egg can shrink faster than you'd expect. Smart millionaires understand that their wealth is a tree. The goal is to enjoy the fruit, not chop down the tree itself. Consider this: if you've invested your money wisely, it should be generating returns, whether through stocks, real estate, or other ventures. That return is your spending money. Let the principal sit untouched so that it continues to grow and provide for you long term. If you start using the principal, you'll soon find that your wealth starts to dwindle, leaving you with less and less over time. A practical way to follow this rule is to set up your investments so that only the interest is accessible for spending. This forces you to live within the means of your returns and prevents you from making the mistake of overextending yourself. Now that you've learned to protect your wealth from overspending, let's discuss another key principle: playing it safe with your investments. Not playing it safe. Sudden wealth can make you feel invincible, like you've unlocked some secret to life that others haven't. But here's the truth: wealth doesn't last if you don't protect it. The mistake many new millionaires make is taking unnecessary risks with their money, hoping for a quick flip or a huge return. The smarter move is to play it safe. Long-term wealth is built on steady, secure investments, not on taking wild bets that could leave you broke. You don't need to prove anything to anyone. There's no need to invest in risky startups, shady business deals, or ventures that promise high returns with little risk. The rich get richer by sticking to what works. Solid investments in real estate, blue-chip stocks, or established businesses. Take advice from trusted financial experts and don't get sucked into the hype of too good to be true opportunities. The truth is, wealth isn't just about making money. It's about keeping it. By playing it safe, you protect your future and ensure that your money continues to work for you, not the other way around. After all, the goal is to create lasting wealth that supports you and your family for generations to come. We've put together these 12 mistakes for one reason: to help you avoid the traps that could ruin your financial future. It took a lot of research and insight to create this guide, so make sure you subscribe to Rich People Club and hit that notification bell to stay ahead of the game. Wealth doesn't just grow on trees. It takes effort, smart decisions, and learning from others' mistakes to truly secure your success. Now, think about what you've learned. Are you really prepared to handle sudden wealth? Or could you fall victim to the same mistakes we've talked about today? Drop a comment below with your thoughts. How would you protect your fortune? Remember, staying rich is the real challenge, and you'll want to be ready when that day comes.